Hello, happy May. Obviously it is midway through May because I went to the Lake District at the start, which I will have posted the videos for. I'm sure that was the best trip. That was so fun. But now I'm back. Life is resuming as normal. In fact, life is resuming really as normal because I got a job. I have been unemployed since the end of February and I have applied to so many jobs. It's insane. I think I ended up applying to 120. The job market is just rough out there. But anyway, the point is I got a job. Finally, I found out on Tuesday. So I went for my first interview on the Friday before the Lake District, then drove to the Lake District on the Saturday, and then while I was away I found out I got a second interview, then came back and had my interview on Tuesday. Today is now Thursday. I just went into the office again to like give them my passport so that I can prove that I am who I am, I guess. And then I start on Tuesday. So that's a pretty quick turnaround. I'm really happy. Obviously not going to say where it is. It's in London. And it's marketing but sales as well. So I was already working in marketing, but I'd taken an interest in the sales side of things. And so now I get to do that too. Yes, big girl job in London. How am I feeling? Nervous. What I'm gonna really miss is having had all of this time off, because like I said, I've been off work since the end of February. So I've had March, April and half of May. I've had like 2.5 months off. And you know, I cannot not have a job, but I've really enjoyed not working. It's been so nice, like being able to just wake up when I want, do paint my numbers, just relax basically without feeling guilty. I think I really struggle when working to not feel like I have to fill my time. But yeah, I'm also feeling a bit nervous about the fact that it's in London. I feel like everything else that I've done has been in a place that I'm familiar with, and obviously I am familiar with London, but like London is the big city, it's the capital. It feels like how, I don't know why I have to rationalize it, of like it feels like how I imagine working in New York would be, because it's literally the same thing. Like it's like, oh, it's exactly how I'd imagine working in another big city, but I'm just like, I don't know, it just feels a little bit scary. But yeah, so that's the big life update. I probably would have condensed this down because I've just been talking for like 10 minutes, but that's that. Hello, I am out in the garden about to do some mega weeding because those seeds that I planted have sprouted, some of them, a lot less than I thought, which is super annoying. Basically I got confused between what were weeds and what were my seeds that I planted, because I feel like it's really hard to tell, for me, a novice gardener, what is a weed and what's a seed. And so there's a lot of weeds. We have some California poppies, and I think at some point maybe I can try and separate them, because I think I've got at least like 2 that maybe are growing together, I'm not sure. So we'll definitely have some flowers, but I don't think we're gonna have many flowers. So I could potentially try and plant some more now we're well into the month of May. But I will show you the current situation because there are so many weeds. This is the current situation, which, like I said, it's pretty dire. But this is a California poppy, so is this one. And this little one here that looks like maybe something tried to eat it, and this one here, those are actual flowers. Everything else is probably a weed, I don't know. So I'm gonna sit here for a bit and pick some of these out, and I'll show you what I get done. There we go. Like I said, there are not many left. I did actually find this one that remains, but it looks like a slug got it. But that is it. Like, none of the ones I planted back here grew, none of the middle ones, literally only the California poppies, which is annoying because I really want to make posies. And yes, you can make posies with one flower, I guess, but I would like more. But in good news, this was literally just a stump, and if it'll focus, now look. Also for reference, this is how many weeds I just pulled out. Like, this is a full trug. Like, that's my hand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, you guys. I got some very exciting Legally Blonde merch. I say merch in quotations because it's not official merch. Basically, I'm going to the Legally Blonde, the musical tour this month, and I can't wait. I'm really excited. I have been waiting for this moment since I first discovered the musical back in like 2017, 2018, I think. It's here. It's here. I'm so excited. Anyway, seeing that, obviously have to look the part, and I was thinking about getting merch when I was there, but the merch is ugly. Why is the merch so ugly? And this is a real gripe of mine, and I please comment if you also agree, because I need to talk to somebody about this, because it's really irking me that these shows, musical theatre is camp, musical theatre is fun, musical theatre, specifically these ones, are about fashion, fun costumes. Why is the merch the most ugly thing I've ever seen? Like, when I went to see Mean Girls, I'll put a picture up of when I went to see Mean Girls, this was the merch that they were selling, the clothing that they were selling. So ugly. What is that? Like, I'm sorry, it looks like an afterthought. And the merch for Legally Blonde is also so ugly. Why is it grey? Why is it grey? It should be pink. Like, her whole thing is pink, so why are the t-shirts and the jumpers not pink? They're grey. So anyway, ran over. That's why I outsourced and I went elsewhere, and I found this. This is the best. This is the best thing ever. So Harvard, it says, oh my god, you guys, Harvard, nobody screws with somebody who's legally blonde, which is a line from one of the songs. Down the side we have So Much Better, we have A Bruiser, we have Delta Nu, we have Bend and Snap, then we have Chip on My Shoulder, Whipped into Shape, a gavel, and like a graduation cap, and it says Keep It Positive. This is the merch. Why are West End companies, I know Legally Blonde isn't on the West End, but like, why are these theatre companies churning out the most boring merch? It's so boring. This is what I wanted. So anyway, I bought it from somewhere else. I got it from I think they're called Literature Stitches. I think that's the name of the company. If you want to have a look, they do like book related things as well. I think most of the stuff is book related, but they do musicals and like TV shows. I think they have like a Gilmore Girls collection and stuff. So amazing, good quality. This, like, also the thing that I really like about them is they make them to order, so it's really good for the environment. Also, didn't know it came with cutie bookmark. How cute, that is adorable. And if that wasn't just like a cute bonus, it came with a freaking tote bag, and the tote bag says my weekend is fully booked, which obviously now I've explained that they do a lot of book merch, makes sense, but like, fantastic. I love that. That is like such a cute tote bag. So happy with that. Today in theory is my last day not being at work. I am yet to receive my contract, so I think it's all been very kind of rushed, I guess you could say. Like, I don't think in a bad way, but I just think, like, obviously I got offered the job last Tuesday and I'm supposed to be starting this Tuesday. It's like, that's a lot of work to get done in a week, to like get me a laptop and like get my contract done and get my references in and things like that. That's like a lot of moving parts. So I'm yet to receive the contract. I presume I'm starting tomorrow, so that's exciting. I went for a coffee and a dog walk, and yeah, today I'm just going to be like getting ready for work, I guess, and like making the most of having one final day free. But I also have my last ever radio show. I'm not ready. I have my last ever radio show this evening, because with this job I'm not going to be able to balance doing the two. So I've had a radio show on local radio for the last 3 years, and today is my final ever show, which is really sad. I really wanted to keep it going, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to. I might be able to pick up the odd show, but I'm just not going to be able to do my regular show that I've been doing like every other week. So yeah, today is my final show, so I need to do a bit of prep for that, but I just feel like I've got a lot on. And it's just like all really small things and not things to be getting stressed over, but I feel like because I'm a bit stressed about starting my new job, like, I don't know, I just feel like I've got a lot to do, and I really want to have some time to just like rot and play Stardew Valley. Like, that's all I'm asking. That's like, what more could a girl want? I just want like an hour to play Stardew Valley and to just chill. So fingers crossed I can find the time. I'm filming on my phone because I only just thought that maybe this would be of interest. You're also sliding. I can literally see you sliding, and I don't know if you will be able to hear the fan. Lots of disclaimers. But I am redoing my bullet journal. So instead of getting like a normal planner, I use one of these. Why is this sliding? This is so annoying. I use one of these, which I'm sure you know what a bullet journal is, but my one has run out, so I am replacing it with this lovely one that I got from Tiger. I bought it last year, like ages ago, but I have 2 pages at the start of every journal that I do that's always the same, and this book is ever so slightly smaller than the one I'm used to, so I need to, instead of just cutting the pages out, I need to redraw everything, which is fine because it's only 2 pages. But I ripped the first one out. The first one is my books of the year, which, why I feel like it's not focusing. So these are the books that I've read so far this year. I don't put audiobooks on here because they're easier for me to get through, and so it would just fill this up. So I put them on my Goodreads, but these are like books that I've read the physical copy of. The other page that I need to redo is this page. So these are my goals for 2026, and again the page is too big, so I need to redraw them on. But the way that I lay out my goals is I have 5 things to learn / do, 4 books to read, 3 things to make, 2 places to visit, and 1 new thing to try. I have made a decent way through, like all the yellow stuff are things that I've already done. I have technically booked a pole photo shoot, I just haven't done it yet, so I haven't ticked it off, but that will happen. And technically I've also got my brass monkey in pole. It's a pole move, you can search it up. I can do it, but I can't really get out of it, so I feel like I've not counted it yet, but I can do it. I just can't do it to the level that I want to be able to do it at, so that's why I've not ticked it off, but it's like half done. So I feel like I'm actually like making good progress with a lot of these. I just hit myself in the face. Yeah, I feel really happy with what I've done. That's what I've been doing. I'll show you what I'm currently working with. This is the current situation. So we've not got very far. I wrote 2026 and then this is what I need to do. So I'll show you when it's all done. It'll probably look exactly the same, but I will show you once I've done it. Nothing beats 11 p.m. air fryer s'mores. These are so good. Biscoff biscuits. Then this time around I cut my marshmallow in half because I did 2 marshmallows the other day and it just like spilled everywhere. And then 2 giant chocolate buttons under the marshmallows. So good. 160 in the air fryer until, I don't know how long for, I just eyeball it until the marshmallows go flat. Amazing. you guys, I had the best time at Legally Blonde the musical. We went yesterday and like dream come true. I'm wearing my Harvard jumper today. I was so hot yesterday. It was like I think it was 26, feels like 29, so the jumper had to stay at home, but I did have a cute pink dress that I wore instead. And of course I brought my little bruiser. Oh my god, it was so good. It was so cool seeing Hannah and Amber performing. And like the theatre had done like themed drinks packages as well. I didn't indulge, but you had like you had Legally Blondies, and then they had like pink fizz, pink ice cream things, so like you could buy like a pack. But our seats, as you would have seen from the video, we had such a good view, and the like sound was really good, and the songs and the singing. The woman that played Paulette I thought was really good. I loved watching Whipped into Shape. I loved Blood in the Water. It was just like a dream. I spent almost the entire time on the verge of tears, like especially in So Much Better at the end of Act 1, and then the like Legally Blonde reprise at the end. I literally, yeah, I was on the verge of tears. It was so good and just like such a dream. I have been waiting to watch that musical for 8 years. I counted this morning, and it was literally everything I could have ever hoped for, so I loved that. We then went and watched the Champions League final. We won't talk about it. Everyone at the pub was very sad, but oh my god, like I'm not one for standing for like long periods of time. Like whenever I go to a concert I never stand because my back always hurts, and so standing up in this pub watching the football for the best part of like 2 hours was an experience. I'm not a football fan, but I personally really enjoy penalties. I find them really exciting, but obviously everyone else was getting really nervous. But yes, I thought though yesterday was like the perfect compromise because Tom came with me to watch Legally Blonde, which he did actually really enjoy, and then I obviously came to watch the football with him, so that was a fun day out yesterday. I've been watching The Next Step. If you know, you know, and they have The Next Step cheer. Is it the best thing ever? No, but also like if you're a fan of Next Step, like it is the best thing ever, so I'm really enjoying it, even though the acting is a bit questionable. But yes, I did however though go to the market. There's like a farmer's market that happens on a semi-regular basis, and there is this stall there that does cookies. Oh my god, they are the best things ever. Like I feel like when crumble cookies were like a really big thing, these were like my UK replacement of crumble cookies, but I imagine they're better because I feel like every review that I've seen of crumble cookies is just people saying that they're really sickly sweet and like just taste of sugar, whereas these are like the best cookies ever. So I got a coffee and walnut one today, which was a new one, and then I also picked up this. I've seen this stall like most times that they've run the farmers market, but I've never like actually gone up. Today I decided that I would go up to the stall, and this was only £5, which I think is such a bargain. And now the sun is like round this side of the room, I feel like you can see that it's like a really pretty sun catcher, and at the bottom is a little bell, but I'm gonna hang that up in my room. As you can see, I've got one here which has got elephants on it. I think that's kind of it. I think I'm going to round up this video for May here because today is the last day of May. I am aware that I feel like this video has just been a nightmare because obviously I got back from the Lake District and then I immediately went into round 2 of interviews for my job, and then I got my job, and then I've just been like figuring out starting a new job. So the routine's been all over the place, and I feel like this video has also been all over the place, but hey ho, that's fine. I'm probably but the job is going good. I've adjusted to the commute now. I'm really enjoying how much reading time I've got. I really enjoy the location where I work. My team is nice, and I'm just like enjoying getting into the groove of having a new job. So while I am tired, I am really happy with the decision that I made, and I'm really happy with my job. So that's the job update as well. But yes, that is it for my May video. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing the random things that I got up to this month, but I will see you very soon with another video. Bye!